just starting now, so I'll start letting people in. Or Mark, you can help if you want.
Gonna see him? We'll see them. No, we won't. We won't see them get in.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everyone. I'm just going to do a few tech things for everyone. We don't generally go live on a service, so we are going to have you muted for a bit. Hopefully you're in a quiet place. If you're not, we are going to mute you if somehow you become unmuted. If you want to see everybody in the picture, you can all individually go to gallery view. It's in the upper right corner where it says view. If you click on that, if you're on a laptop, that will give you a gallery view of everyone here in the service. If you want to see the thing that's being highlighted for the service, be in spotlight view. And then you will see, right now you should see a picture of the burning bull taking up most of the screen. At that point, we're just going to let people in and turn it over to Tom.
Hi, Lacey. Hi, Malik.
No.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Barry.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I tried getting in on YouTube, but couldn't get in, so I'm here in the live version.
All right, Tom.
All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity on the River's first ever live Sunday service Zoom meeting. Glad to see all those beautiful faces again, and it really feels communal for me. This is awesome. And for today's service, you will need a pencil and a piece of scrap paper or paper. So if you don't have that, I invite you to go get it now, so we are ready at the time that you'll need it. And I'm going to turn it over to Brian for the opening song, God is All There Is. Welcome, Brian.
Morning, Tom. My wings were heavy, I could not fly. Haunted by dreams that were meant to come true. Love was there, but I could not see it. So the voice of salvation came shining through you. And you said, God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all of my life, lightning and thunder. I never could trust it could finally be right. The truth in your eyes said, don't worry, don't wander. You sang me your song that has shattered the lie. And I said, God is all there is. God is all there will and true. God is right there, you just have to see it. Let the voice of salvation come shining through you. Everybody sing, God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be.
And thank you, Brian.
Oh, Brian, that was gorgeous. Wow.
Beautiful.
So
Well, let's,
we're gonna take it away.
no, we're gonna do an opening prayer and then we're gonna go into the next song. So for today's opening prayer, I'm just invite you to get centered. Go into the quiet. And I'm going to do a reading from Dr. Reverend Paul Hasselbeck on his Sunday morning, Sunday absolute word, where he takes the daily word from unity with permission and changes it to the absolute word. And today's absolute word is release. I create the best as I release the rest. My experiences are opportunities to gain insight, perspective, growth, and stretch myself. I choose to use them for developing skills for work or pleasure. I am divine. I accept all that comes my way with gratitude. I bless it all because I can use anything for good and bless everyone. In the process, I release what no longer serves me with ease and grace. I give no power or importance to financial setbacks, as I know my source lies in divine ideas and my related thoughts and feelings. I erase any memory of illness as I feel the joy of my well-being. I release any sense of loneliness as I bask in the memory and gratitude for all sorts of connection. I move forward, feeling purified, lighter, and renewed. I create the best as I release the rest. And so it is.
So it
And
is.
over to you, Meg
Oh, I could
and
really,
Christina.
I can really feel that. So, knowing that we are born in the Spirit and as the Spirit of love, I just wrote this little song this morning for us all. I hope you enjoy it and sing along. We are born in the Spirit. We are born in the Spirit. We are born as the Spirit. We are born as the Spirit of love. We are born in the Spirit. We are born in the Spirit. We are born as the Spirit. Born as the Spirit of love. And love is all. Love is all. Love is all there is. And all that will ever be. the Spirit, born as the Spirit of love. We are born as the Spirit. We are born in the Spirit. We are born as the Spirit, born as the Spirit of love, and love is all there is. Love is all there is, and all there will ever be. Yeah, yeah. Love is all there is. Love is all there is, and all there will ever Namaste. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. One more time, sing it. How could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you are less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Thank you, Meg and Christina. That was beautiful. I love how Meg just writes a song for today's service, you know. Just those. So welcome today to our Burning Bowl service. So our Burning Bowl service, I think it's quite poignant today as we end this year of incredible changes and challenges and opportunities. So for those of you who have never been to a Burning Bowl service, it is an opportunity to release what no longer serves you, what no longer serves your greater and higher good. An opportunity to be aware of the self and the things that we tell ourselves that aren't true to our authentic self, our higher self, our God self, if you will. And so normally on our Sunday service, Burning Bowl, we would be in congregation, we would be in the sanctuary, and my co-leader of the prayer chaplain team, Raina David, would lead us into a meditation to get us centered and become present with what we would like to release. And we would write that down on flash paper. And then the ritual continues with a ceremonial procession to a burning bowl, and you can see on the screen a burning bowl, but we would actually walk up to the burning bowl after writing down what we want to release on flash paper and then drop it in the burning bowl, and it would poof off to the ethers and it's released. So today, we're just going to do it a little different. We have a burning bowl. Everyone went and got their paper and pencil, right? And so today, after the meditation, Rena will lead us into meditation. And you'll write down what you would like to release on a piece of paper that you have at home. And then when you are ready, after you have written it down, you'll see the burning bowl will be the main feature on the screen. You can just hold the paper up to the burning bowl and know that it is released. And I invite you to just become present with the understanding that the actual writing down, the tangible aspect of writing it down, is a release. It is setting the wheels in motion. It is taking action for change. And the release is the actual opening of the portal, if you will, to consciousness for greater and bigger opportunities of awareness, for growth, for self-awareness, to become closer and more aware of the authentic self. It's interesting, if we look at scientific research, tells us that in every moment, there are billions of bits of information that come through our brain, that billions of bits come to us in every moment. And in every second, we can only process 2,000 bits of information, 2,000 versus billions. And out of those 2,000 bits of information that we process, much of that is used up for, our body, breathing, digestion, and then other things that we tell ourselves, things that we have taken on from maybe our past, the environment. Am I hot or cold? Am I late? Why did she say that to me? And so out of the 2,000 bits, the few pieces of data that we pay attention to becomes our reality. That becomes our reality. We take those 2,000 bits and we fill in the blanks. We fill in the blanks with thoughts, judgments, beliefs. We tend to only observe what supports our theory, whether it's about ourselves or about someone else or about our circumstance. But we seek out only that which supports and validates that theory. We are actively seeking information that confirms our beliefs. And then we develop habits of thought that become hardwired in our brain. Crazy. We're literally creating neural pathways. We're figuratively carving a road in our brain, because our brain is very efficient and it likes to have the path of least resistance. So that neural pathway becomes the easy way to get to what we want to believe or what we want to support our belief. And we continue that loop. It becomes, habit becomes simply a neurological loop. So today is an opportunity to create and start a new neural pathway. We can set the intention to actively let go of these false beliefs or these theories or these thoughts or these concerns that we tell ourselves or that we think about others. If they did this, then I would be this. If you did this, I could be much happier. Now, I know it sounds easy, but this process is actually the first step in creating and setting the intention for a greater awareness and to go deeper into our authentic self, if you will, our higher self, to become more in alignment with our authentic self. We have to release those things that do not support our greater good. And in unity, we talk about, in affirmative prayer, we talk about denials and affirmations. And the denial is letting go of that which no longer serves us. It is not denying the experience. It's not denying that I have, my body has taken on an illness. It is denying that this illness, this sickness, this lack of financial resources that I do not see in my checkbook at this moment does not have any power over my authentic self. It does not have any power over my true identity, my Christ essence, that divine essence that is beyond the human, beyond the physical. It has no power. And so that creates a portal, that creates the opening. And then in that portal, in that void, we get to fill that with an affirmation of who I truly am, who I truly came here to be. And so I invite you all to watch the announcements that come out, and to sign up next week for and join on YouTube for the Whitestone ceremony. And that's where we can create the new intention, or take on a new name, or take on a new core value of how we want to live our life. Where do we want to live from? Much, much powerful than setting a New Year's resolution, if you will. It's actually creating this whole internal environment for awareness and to grow into and in alignment with our true authentic self. So today we're doing the release. And if you've been to a Burning Bowl in the last couple of years, you might have seen me come up with a trash bag, in a contractor sized trash bag, and I had that full of the thoughts and beliefs and some old running clothes and old pairs of socks and stuff that I want to release, because there's also the physical release, the cleaning out, that we can do the reorganization. We can clean out our closets and make room for the new. And I bring up the contractor size bag because I continue to see these things, these thoughts, these beliefs that I released year after year, and I see them kind of try to bubble up. And they'll bubble up. They're going to come back. But the great thing is, after going through this process, I can remember that I released that. Because in that brain, in that neural pathway, it'll jump a loop. It'll say, oh yeah, you remember this, Tom? And I say, yeah, I don't need that thought anymore. And I don't believe that about myself anymore. I let that go. And some things don't seem that easy to release. We experience the physical release and the of our property this year at 58 Macy Street, our home. We voted on it. We agreed on it. We put the property up for sale. We sold it. We said goodbye. We had the farewell service. But yet there's still a part of me that thinks that that was community. That's what, that's what kept me in alignment. That's what kept me in my happy place, right? Coming to church, seeing the smiley faces, the hugs, the live music, the band. And so for me, that was the last 10 years. And what's interesting is I was active in the process of the selling. I was on I am on the board of directors for Spirit on the River. And it was so interesting, the entire process, that as we got closer to the sale and as we continued to negotiate on price and all of the undertakings that go with it, I would feel like, well, let's not do this. No, let's not give them that. Let's not do this. Let's keep the property. But that wasn't mine to do. But that little part of me that wanted to hold on to it. And sometimes we fail to see the bigger gift. Because when we look at the sale now, we say, wow, we could not have decided, we could not have been in a better timing of this sale. I think if it's just uncanny when I look at it. The perfect timing, the perfect timing, the synchronicity of it all, the voting, the process, and the release. I said goodbye to my sister Claudia this year, this past spring, my big sister, if you will. She was 2 years older than me, the matriarch of our family. Somebody to me who embodied unconditional love. And for me, being the little brother, pain in the butt, if you will, never seemed to deter her from continuing to give. And in my sister Claudia's transition, I was involved in assisting with her through prayer over the phone to help her ease her own final release and her transition, the final release of her body. And yet I still feel that not wanting to let that go, not wanting to let her go. And as we were not able to have a memorial service, that, you know, there's still that part of me that wishes it were different. You know, if this were that, or if this were like this, then. And so those are the things that we can release. You know, the memory of Claudia will always be there. The memory of unity on the river and the congregation and the joy that we had and the services that we had, those will always be there. But it's the thought that I need this in order to become happy, or I need this to be joyful, or I need this. If only this had happened, or if only she hadn't, or if he didn't. So I invite you to become present with what it is you would like to release, what thoughts, what beliefs about yourself, what beliefs you have about others, the feelings that you would like to release. It could be aggravation, agitation, agony. You're alarmed, you're alienated, aloof, ambivalent, angry, annoyed, anxious, apathetic, afraid, apprehensive, ashamed, averted. You're baffled, beat, bereaved, bewildered, bored, burnt out, chagrined, cold, confused, impatient, indifferent, indignant, insecure, irate, irked, irritable, irritated, jealous, tense, terrified, tired, torn, troubled, or in turmoil. I invite you to release these and open up to a greater awakening. And now we'll go into Meg's song of I Surrender. And then we will hear Rena, David, take us into meditation to become present with those things we would like to release. And so I turn it over to you, Meg.
I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all my troubles. I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender all. I surrender. I surrender all my troubles. I surrender all.
A deep, deep breath together, breathing in the love that surrounds us, is through us. Gently close your eyes. Another deep breath in to be present where you feel the love, the safety, the comfort, the warmth of love right here, right now, in this moment. Breathe in the love. Exhale the gratitude. the wholeness that we are, the perfection of love that we are. And as a child, we gently say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. And we say it again to ourselves as the love that we are, as the universe within, and the higher consciousness that each of us possess. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you for this love. As I breathe it in, experience it, and release gratitude. Gratitude for the gift of being and becoming more and more and more. Breathe in the love. Exhale the gratitude. For in this release, this letting go and surrendering, we deepen our consciousness. We release the littleness. In this year, like no other, we give thanks for the time to go within. Or releasing what was perceived as untrue. We had glimpses of the wholeness and the beauty and the infinity and the possibility and the opportunities of all that love has to offer. And we give thanks. We give thanks for every moment that we can choose to see the good. For that is all that exists, is the good. And we take that all-encompassing love and good into the silence in deep gratitude. gently, ever so gently. We come back to the present, lighter and lighter of having released, chosen to release what no longer serves us for our higher good. And that gratitude lifts us for the awareness and the consciousness that there is so much more. And we are ready to receive that as we release. So I invite each of you to release what no longer serves you. And so it is.
When you feel you've written down everything you want to release, you can just hold it up to the burning bowl. You see the flash paper being entered there. Know that it is released. Go ahead, Meg. before we go into our closing song of Blessed Always and prayer of protection. A couple of announcements. Remember, next week is our Whitestone service at 10 a.m. with Reverend Ogan Holder. If you don't have a Whitestone and you would like to pick one up, you can pick one up at the office. They'll be outside the door in a basket. That's at 14 Cedar Street in Amesbury. Please join us later at 11 o'clock this morning on Zoom Hospitality. And our licensed Unity teacher and prayer chaplain, Amy Jocelyn, will be hosting. You'll need to sign off of this Zoom meeting and sign up to the regular hospitality Zoom meeting. Remember, we have our midweek meetup at 9 a.m. on Wednesday and at 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And if you do not get our newsletters and text alerts, you can text on your phone UOTR to the number 313131, and you'll get all the announcements of upcoming services and other announcements. And thank you for continuing to invest in your spiritual community. You can go to uotr.org, donate. You can text GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 833-702-4337, or you can mail a check to the office. Remember that donations for 2020 tax year need to be in by December 31st. And I think Brian has an announcement about the Christmas concert.
Thank you, Tom. It was actually last Sunday. It's an older announcement. But if you missed it by any chance, on the 20th, it's up on both YouTube and Facebook. We had a really nice Christmas concert this year. Meg and I pulled this together, and we had our usual roster of special guests, including a certain snail was there. But I did want to pop on quickly to say the hospitality link, so you don't have to go fishing for it on the website. I posted in the chat, so if you look in the chat, you'll see that there.
Thank you, Brian. All right, so we will do our closing song, Blessed Always.
It was such a beautiful service, and so grateful to give up and surrender all that doesn't serve anymore. So let's just close with a kind of different song today. Blessed always, always God is with us and surrounds us always. Blessed always, blessed always, for the love of God surrounds us. May our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the love of God surrounds us. May our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say Amen. That we rest in God and say Amen.
With prayer protection,
The light of God surrounds us.
we
We
are.
are the light of God.
The
The love of God
protects
enfolds us.
We are.
We are the love of
Love
God.
of God.
The power of
power of
God
God
watches
protects
over us.
We are the
God,
power
power
of
of
God.
God.
And the presence of God
God watches over us.
We are the presence of God wherever we
wherever
Wherever
are.
we are,
God
God
is,
is.
and
And
all is
all is
well,
well.
and we are
We are
richly
richly
blessed. You can't do it wrong. You just can't do it wrong. Bless you. See you at
Thank
Husband.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.